Hey y'all, this is BG Codes and I'm bradgarropy. Welcome back to the stream. This morning we are working on the Remix Austin website, doing some drizzle stuff. So I'm gonna add a new table for talk submissions. I'm just debating on calling it talks. Like, it's actually a good question. Is like, should we just call them talks instead of talk submissions? We'll think about that a little bit in this video. Regardless, we're going to be editing a drizzle schema, running some migrations on the databases, and hooking up the talk submit form to those databases. That's kind of the next step. After that, I think I did all the hard parts of like integrating the Remix app for the website into like Cloudflare, getting it deployed, getting the CI done, doing the migrations, which that will be a problem too. We need to run our migrations during deploy. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay. So without further ado, let's get going. All right. The first thing I'm going to do is try to define like what a talk submission is. We've got its ID, a name, email, phone, title, description. That comes directly off of the existing remixaustin.com. This existing Google form. So I just took this. Then I added a status, which the idea is this status is going to be essentially submitted, accepted, or rejected. That's going to be the status there. Then you got created at, updated at, and I don't think we need to delete it at. But I was looking through the drizzle docs. Where'd they go? Yeah, I was looking through the drizzle docs. Come on, where is it? Created at. Yeah, here it is. And where they made these helpers. And this was pretty cool. So I think I just want to kind of lift this code here. But we're gonna reformat this. Oh no. SQLite doesn't have timestamps? So we probably need this. Okay. Default date dot now. Let's see. How do we default a timestamp in SQLite? Okay. I think this is what we need. Yeah. But here I am a little confused, right? Is this text or an integer? What does this actually generate? Can I make this an integer? Isn't that what it is? So this isn't timestamped. This is updated at. This is created at. This is not null. And then deleted at, which I don't want. Okay. And now we can just say timestamps. Man, I love that. Text not null. And isn't there, yeah, an enum of things? Perfect. What else am I missing here? Text. You can do JSON as well. Got the enums. Okay, good. Blob is good. Okay, I think this is good. The question is, do we have two separate things, one for a talk and one for a talk submission? What is the difference between a talk and a talk submission? A talk might have like a date, a YouTube link. So a talk gets accepted. Like, what is the life cycle of a talk? It is submitted. Or rejected. Submitted. Accepted. Scheduled. Completed. And so then like date. And this won't be a talk submission. This will be a talk. So date is optional. Come on, Copilot. And then we've got called the link. We'll say text mode. No, it's text. That's it. Okay, so we've got the talk defined. Schema. So we'll say, we'll add this in. We'll say like define talk schema. So now what I want to do is do a bun run db studio dev. So that means we can go to here, local Drizzle Studio, and see our database. And we're going to run the migration on it. Empty cache, hard reload. Okay, let's run the migration on it. We'll call this Drizzle. Okay, and so now we'll do bun run db migrate dev. No, we need to generate a migration first. Bun run db generate. Boom. Okay, so we got a new one. It makes a new table. Does some stuff. Okay. And then we'll say bun run db migrate dev. This will apply the migration to the database. And now we should be able to do this and see that we have a talks table. We do! Okay, so let's add a record. Okay. That is the date. Okay. And created at has the timestamp. Okay, cool. Okay. So we'll say get ACP create migration. Okay, and now we can hook up the form to it. So here's the talk submit route. Oh, now I don't actually know how to... What's inside of context? Yo, what's up, Brooks? Thanks for stopping by. There's the DB. That's our drizzle instance. Perfect. Hey, and Brooks, if we do need a talk for next week, maybe I could just go over the progress on this kind of stuff, talk about the Cloudflare integration. That could be a thing. Okay, and so now we've got... this DB where we can do a git. Yeah, for sure. And I'm not sure if the fix comes from the Drizzle side or the Cloudflare side. I think it's a little bit of both, but that would be cool. No, not using the new middleware context. Maybe we have a load context in here that I just kind of took for granted that drizzleifies the database and sticks it on the context. So maybe something like that. Where is it used? It's used in the app. No, it doesn't look like it, but I could transition to that. Okay, and now I need like a drizzle 101 because I don't know how to query a database. Just to give me the get started, like how to write a query. SQLite, yeah, schema stuff. Oh, cool about the plugin. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Brooks, if you feel like it. Otherwise, it's something I'd love to learn as well. Okay, so I'm assuming this is just going to be like a db get on the table, which is talks dot. No. Okay, access your data. Insert. I guess this is an insert. db insert values. Okay. Oh, dude, I love the Prisma Zod one. I used that back at Atlassian. There it is. db insert talks. Where's users coming from? What is this expecting? Oh, thank God for a link to the docs. It doesn't really say what users is supposed to be. Oh, users table. Okay, so you're pulling that from your schema file. So this is talks, which is imported from... No, not there. This should be imported from the schema, which is in database schema.ts. Oh, talk. I guess that should be talks. There we go. And does it not like this? Status is missing. Can I just give it a default value? Yep. And then we're good? Okay. So I'm assuming this returns like a promise or something. And we'll just rename that to form data. And we'll call this submission. And assuming everything works, this is what we've got. All right, fun run dev. Let's see what's going on. So here is Drizzle Studio. Let's just delete that row. And now I got to figure out how to like overwrite the migration that I just created because I already made changes to it. And that kind of sucks. I think Prisma had a way to like push. I wonder if Drizzle Studio has a push where it's like, I don't care. I'm just making changes to my local DB. All right. So this is the wrong application. 5.73 is what we're looking at. We are going to the very plain talks submit page where I will add in my stuff for myself. Will this work? I hope so. Okay, so when I run submit, right, I need to run the migration. That actually doesn't work. So, but I already have that migration. How do I guess I just delete it because I don't want to create 2 migrations. Maybe if I just npx drizzle kit, yeah. There is a push. So npx drizzle kit push. No, it's a rename table. What changed? Fun run db my db generate. Rename table. Yeah, this is all jacked. Because we don't want the snapshots, and I don't want this. And I want journal.json to go back to what it was. Kind of just say git checkout main drizzle meta. Okay, cool. Or even just drizzle. Okay, so now, cool, that is back to what it was in main. And we can run fun run db generate. Which, good. All this does is it creates the talks table. Perfect. I think push is the way to go while you're developing. Because you're just dumping schema changes into the database. Then you run a generate, which makes a migrate file when you're ready. Then that migration file is applied later. That's what I did in Prisma in the past, just trying to map it to Drizzle. Okay, so migration's up. We'll do bund run db migrate dev. Well, yeah, it already exists. Okay, let's try this again. So git checkout drizzle, no, git checkout main drizzle. Reset all of that to what it was. spawn run db generate. Spawn run db migrate dev. I don't know. I don't understand the migration workflow. Okay, we are completely empty. Spawn run db generate. We have one migration file where we make a new table called talks. Spawn run db migrate dev. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. I hope we don't have these problems in production. Okay, we'll try again. We got to run the app. All right. It's in there. So now if we go to the DB, there's refresh. Okay, that's me. We've got the default value of submitted. We've got the date. No link. Wait. Why do we have a date? We shouldn't have a date. Oh, no. This is optional. Whoops. Shit. Okay, so we have to go through this process again. We delete these. Git, checkout, main, drizzle, meta, journal goes away. Whew. Okay. Now we do run db generate first and foremost. Yes, Mature Chameleon says date is optional. And now we've got run db migrate dev. This will probably fail. Yeah. Why? What about now? We'll drop all these tables then, I guess. It's not applying the migrations in the way that I think it should be. Okay, let's refresh this. Why are these null? I don't know. Can I find this hash anywhere? No. How is it tying these to the database? Normally I thought it kept track of migrations and I put them here in this table. But I'm not seeing their names or anything. Okay, oh well. Let's go through this again. Didn't have the app open. Okay, it says it works. Status submitted, date null, link null. Okay. That still concerns me. But I think we got what we need now. So, schema. Rename to talks. Rename table to talks. And what else did we do? Corrected defaults. So in this case, what did we do? We save submission to database. Create migration. So, with all this being said and done, well, what do we do after the... It's fine. This should just go to the database. I'm not trying to make any other pages right now. Be like, thank you, you've submitted your talk or anything like that. I'm not going to worry about it. Eventually, Brooks is going to need a custom view of this database to show him all the talks, and then he can accept them or whatnot. Okay, and then the next thing I think we need to do... I think we need to go to Cloudflare. I have this in Remix. There it is. We need to go to Cloudflare. go to our workers and just double check the settings. Deploy prod and deploy dev. I think in this case we need to do a DB migrate prod and then deploy. And I'm not really sure. I mean, these shouldn't really do database migrations. Yeah, so we'll say get ACP, migrate before deploy. Also, we shouldn't have a package lock in here. That's probably me who added it by accident. Okay, let's see if this actually works. I guess I have to make a pull request first. That or just run the migration right here, right now. No, this is fine. So let's make the pull request. Okay, just reviewing everything we did. Technically, we want to deploy and then migrate, right? And so, like, they both have to succeed. I'd rather have the migration fail. Yeah. Let's hope this works. All right, and I'm just going to post this in Discord where Brooks is. Then they can take a look. Okay, awesome. So I'm just kind of going one PR at a time in this project. I don't want to get too far ahead, but you know, I'm just trying to keep them coming, hooking up some of like the more pain in the butt stuff, like the database and the CI and everything. What comes next after this? I don't know, maybe starting to make like page layouts and very general things of like how the flow through the site goes. And then at some point we're going to have to figure out how to like give Brooks an authenticated backend to look at all this stuff. We didn't exactly build off into this as a first-class citizen right out of the gate. But, you know, maybe we could patch something in with Clerk or something really quickly. Because it'd just be authenticating one user. Or maybe he can just set a header or something. I don't know. Okay. So that's it. The team is going to review this. I'm going to get up, take a break. Got a little interview coming up. And after that, I'll be free for the afternoon. I'll jump on and do some more work. Maybe get my Remix app starter kind of all bundled up and ready to go. All I have to do there is some documentation. So thank you all for watching this stream. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.